All right, welcome to an early edition of the Late Show with Nippz and Nightswarm. Nightswarm,
Found it?
cool. And today we were chatting earlier today, and we're like, you know what's really fucking blowing us out of the water? Ubisoft. We've been talking about. We find ourselves talking about the Division, For Honor. Wondering what's going on with Assassin's Creed. You brought up Watchdogs earlier. There's also Wildlands. There's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad with the fact that Ubisoft is going to be dropping Assassin's Creed this year, so that way they can put some good, honest time into Watchdogs too. Because that game really does have the potential to be something great.
Yeah. Watchdogs really suffered from, oh my god, it's not Grand Theft Auto. But it shouldn't have been compared to Grand Theft Auto, as I've always said. It should have been compared to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It changes the complete dynamic of the game if you compare it to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact when game makers come out there and they're making games that doesn't always involve guns. You know, it's like, I mean, sure, he uses guns,
He does.
but his main priority weapon is his cell phone, and that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, being able to do all the things you could do with your cell phone, that made that game awesome. Like, people were kind of dogging it when it came out, and I was like, no, this is still really cool. Like, I'm looking for people in cameras, and the driving mechanic needs some work, but really, it wasn't much different than it actually Syndicate with the horse and buggy was a lot like. It was very similar.
Yes, it was. I mean, I think the only difference between Syndicate and Watchdogs was the fact that when you're in Watchdogs, the camera was a lot closer.
Yeah.
Whereas in Syndicate, it was backed a lot further. That's the one main difference.
When you're driving in a Ubisoft game, it feels like, and not so much Far Cry, which is another one that we could have talked about. But their vehicles feel boaty. They feel like a boat. They kind of sway back and forth a bit, and that's how Watchdogs really felt.
It's like, I feel like I'm driving a Buick Regal here.
Yeah. Fucking Buick Regal. But yeah. I have high hopes for it, and I haven't heard anything or looked up anything for Watchdogs 2. I just keep hearing whispers like, hey, I'm checking out For Honor, but there's, this going on over here. And I'm just like,
yeah.
But yeah.
I did a ton of research into For Honor today. There's a lot of good videos out there on YouTube. Just go in, type that in, and you got a plethora of videos to watch on that. And it's amazing what they got going on for that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like, I've seen how I think they said they've got 3 different game modes going right now, and it's like no matter what game mode you're playing, you can do split screen. Split screen is available for every single game mode, and that's amazing.
Did you look up and see if the split screen is also available with the online portion? Can you play 2-player? Oh, it is. Okay, that's cool. That's very cool.
I'm super stoked for that.
And there are some single-player things. I think I heard they're going to be doing some single-player stuff as well. Like, not single-player, but it's almost like they have like a campaign within what's going on. Yeah.
They've got a whole campaign mode set up for it as well. But like I said, that's also going to be split screen. But you can do it solo play. But I don't think that you can do an online with that. Like I don't think you can have somebody online play the campaign with you.
Okay.
I don't know for sure on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that'll be something that we'll find out sooner or later. There was one thing that was happening in that video that you sent me. I think it was the very first one that you sent me. When the knight would swing their sword and they would do their second attack, they would flip the blade around and they would hit him with the handle. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, they were using the hilt as a weapon more than the actual blade, which is amazing because it's the same execution that they showed over and over again in the video, but that hilt literally drives straight down through the collarbone and into the side of the neck.
Yeah, it crushes. It's more bludgeoning than it is sharp. So
it's awesome.
You want to show a video for For Honor or okay, we'll do the multiplayer walkthrough, I think. What about the 7 minutes For Honor gameplay?
Yeah, that was a good one because the guys that are playing, they're is that the one where they're talking about it as they're playing it, or is that the one with just music?
I think that's when they were talking about it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one because they're actually explaining how they're doing stuff.
Okay. I figure we'll probably end up talking over it the majority of the time anyway. So,
Okay.
but yeah, there's 3 different groups to choose from. If you want to chat about that for a second.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, you got they like to stress on the knights, the legions. They so far in the videos that we've seen, that's all they've been playing as is the knights. They really like to play as them, I've noticed. And I don't know if maybe it's because they're trying to hide stuff about the Vikings, but I haven't really seen much on them. But you got the knights, you got the Vikings, and you got the samurai. In game, they're called the Warborn as the Vikings, the legions as the knights, and the chosen as the samurai.
Cool.
And
we do have the video playing right now, actually.
No, it's not.
No, I do.
I don't. Okay.
Yeah, everyone should be able to see it. The knights are the red knights are charging the blue knights right now. That guy just got totally dominated. Basically, when he ran right in, he got swallowed whole. But yeah, as you can see, there's a few different checkpoints. What are there, 3 on the map? There's like A, B, and C, and you can capture A, B, or C. And when you capture all of them, you have the ability to, when you kill your enemy, they stay dead. I believe that's how it works, and that's how you can obtain victory. Yes.
Yeah, that's it's all mostly 4v4 for their Dominion mode that they got going on. But aside from the 4 players that you're fighting against, and then the 3 other friends that you have fighting with you, you got the NPCs running around as well. And that's one thing that I love that they show in that video is that they show the guy take out like 3 or 4 NPCs, like single playing, boom, done, and then he immediately goes into combat with another player.
Yes.
So that's pretty epic too.
Yeah. And as you can see, actually, right now the video is showing the guarding system. You're blocking the left, the right. You're blocking forward, and that's a pretty big part.
It's a huge part.
Anticipating where the attack is going to be coming from,
yeah.
I think is awesome.
Yeah, and they call that mode when you're one-on-one with another player. They call that mode the art of battle. And how they explain that is that you need to block from wherever your opponent is swinging from. And because if you don't, like if you go for a high guard and they come in at the side, you're getting hit.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to know where they're swinging from before you determine your block. So
and
there's going to be a lot of technical shit going on in this game.
Yeah, like right there in the video, one of his teammates was standing there, and he flanked the guy. He circled back around him and ran up the stairs. And when the guy turned around, he cleaved him right in the collarbone. And it was pretty much game over. And then he got blown up by a catapult. And that's the advantage of capturing the ABC points. You get different you get different abilities. So, you know, along with, you know, if you capture all of them, you get the ability to wipe out the whole enemy team and defeat them that way, rather than letting, I believe, time run out. I think they'll probably be different lengths, but I noticed when they started, it was a 15-minute long match.
Yeah.
So right away.
Yep.
Yeah. I know our tactic, I think, is going to be on a 4-man team, stick with one guy. Have your one buddy with you, so you guys can go at least get 2 of the 3 points.
Yep.
And conversation's key as well.
Try to team up against other players, you know, because if you I don't know, this is going to be a very technical game. I can't stress that enough. And if you're coming across another player and he's clearly better than you, try to have another buddy with you to try to take him out.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our little bit on For Honor there. Back to our regular video. Yeah, it looks awesome. I'm excited for it. I know you're excited for it. So yeah, that's one of their big titles that they have coming up. But we kind of skipped it. We had an order that we wanted to go in here, and this happens. I feel like every time we want to do something like this, we we get thrown off on a tangent and it's whatever. But the one that we really wanted to talk about was the release for tomorrow night.
Yes.
Midnight release. I know I'm going to a midnight release. I believe you are.
Me too.
Cool.
Coming with me.
Cool. I have Davey89 coming with me, actually. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if maybe Davey and I can do a live from Facebook video or something like that we can, or maybe just a normal video that we can pull off. But yeah, The Division.
I can take my GoPro, probably do some video too, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to test that out and you and Andy want to do something, that'd be pretty rad. Let the store know that you're going to that you're filming for Mammoth.
Yeah.
And that'd be awesome.
The funny thing is that my old boss actually switched stores, so he works at that store now, and me and him kind of had already discussed it. So we'll see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Mammoth stretching
anyways,
out.
back to the game.
Yeah, back to The Division.
Oh shit! What are you doing?
Speaking
Sub-Zero.
of Sub-Zero.
All right, so The Division. Okay. I cannot stress enough how much I think I'm going to really enjoy the tactics of this game. And in my article that's going to be getting posted soon, I really hope that it does away with the Leroy Jenkins of the world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We did extensive testing for The Division.
Yeah.
And we ran tons. Did we get? Oh, we got into the closed beta. And we played through even that extended day that they went, and then we played the open beta. I didn't get to play the open beta as much because I had a lot going on, but I did jump in, completed the new missions that they gave us, checked out the cleaners. That was awesome.
Check out the legendary weapons that they had from the safe room. I didn't get to actually get one and play with it, but I got to look at them.
Exactly, that was the same for me. But yeah, that was totally that was pretty worth it. They I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm sitting here trying to think like what is my favorite thing about this, and I can't even narrow it down to the single player or the multiplayer.
I can't either. Like I don't even want to try to say that I prefer one or the other because I really enjoy them both equally.
Yeah, and it's awesome that we can team up, you and a friend, you and 4 friends, you and technically 8 friends can team up and do 2 parties. And that's going to be key. And that's one thing that they were talking about. I don't know if you happened to read that article I sent you a few days ago. But
I read it.
Through one of the patches, they're talking about, of course, in-game stuff, where you have to tactically, talk with your teammates to make things happen. And I think this was going off of the Rikers Island in-game kind of raid that's supposed to be going on. And I hope that's where it's at. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed was that that's all squad tactics. It's your squad against everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought it was funny when we were running with 2 of our other friends. They were like running straight down the street, and we were on opposite sides of the street. Like,
we're just
it's like get out of the street, dick.
Get out of the street. Because running down the middle of the street, especially in the DZ, is just bad. It's just bad. I mean,
it. I guess it doesn't matter, but in the long run, I'm like, God damn it, it matters. Stop it.
It does. It matters.
But the second thing that was on that article that I had sent to Nippz the other day was something people have been speculating about for a while. They thought it was going to go the route of Destiny, but there is squad trading. I can give Nippz a weapon. You can give me weapons or gear. At least that's what it had said. So, that's
The only thing that bothers me about that is that when you're a high level and everybody sees you that you're a high level, I'm just afraid that I'm going to get like a buttload of invites on my system being like, hey, I want to join you. Hey, I want to join you. Let's squad up so like we can trade. I was like, no, go away.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
only thing about that I'm worried about.
you kill them and say welcome to the DZ.
Exactly.
um,
So,
but yeah, that was the other little thing that I had. That was new news to me. I thought there was going to be no trading. You could put stuff in your safe box for your other characters or whatever, but
yep, I thought that was going to be it too, and I was perfectly okay with that. And they're like, hey, there's going to be squad trading. It's like, oh, neat.
yeah, and that game, there's only one other game I can think that brings me the satisfaction of what that game brought me in the DZ. When you help a guy kill another guy that's trying to kill him, and they somehow stumble upon some NPCs that are kicking his ass, and you run in there, and you're like, that other guy was a dick, let's kill him. You guys kill him, and then you help kill the rest of the NPCs, and then that guy turns around and kills you.
Yeah.
That the community is going to make this game. That's one of the biggest things that we've talked about on Mammoth with it.
Yep.
But
It's
the satisfaction.
It's definitely going to be the community that makes or breaks this game.
Yeah. The satisfaction of killing that guy who killed you, though. It doesn't matter if you've died twice or 3 times and he's killed you, he's got the upper hand. That one time that you get that kill on him, it brings the same joy that you get of killing a boss in Dark Souls or Bloodborne.
Definitely. But just being able to get to that point, because sometimes it can get frustrating. If he's killing you and killing you and killing you, and you just keep trying to push back, and there's just nothing you can do, you're going to get frustrated.
And going back to the community thing, those guys that hunt you, that go and they look for you and just keep killing you, that sucks. And that's what we're talking about with community.
Yeah. Yeah, no, don't give up, though.
No,
Don't give up.
Go to single player mode for a little bit. There's plenty to do there. There's plenty of those echoes. There's things to look for. Plenty of story, and you can still play it with other people.
Yep.
So, definitely, this year it's going to be a big game.
Yes,
so
this is definitely going to be a big title for this year.
For sure. Cool.
And then that's how I also feel about For Honor as well as Wildlands, and all 3 of them are coming from Ubisoft. Yeah,
and that's the whole reason that we decided to do this. We don't have an Assassin's Creed this year, which is usually Ubisoft's biggest title, but we have these other games that I'm not sure Wildlands coming out this year. I don't think it is. I think it's still to be announced. If so, it'll be late this year. But they've got some big stuff, and they've already released Siege. And that didn't do what it wanted.
It didn't do at all what they wanted to. Unless it did do exactly what they wanted it to. Maybe they planned on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they were trying to, like we said earlier, they were trying to, get this game out so they could build a little capital to make, their bigger title.
Yeah.
Which, it's understandable. This game that game didn't call out to me. We tested it. It didn't really work for me. I don't know if it worked for you.
I did the beta, and that was about it.
Yeah, and that was the same for me. So, dropped the ball a little bit on that one, but it was kind of like, rocky start. But
I just didn't feel comfortable playing that game, honestly. I felt like it was too cartoony, and I felt like the guns looked like they came straight from GoldenEye.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I mean, I can't even remember. I remember playing the game, and I remember the gameplay, and I remember liking what was happening. I remember, okay, I'm going to breach this wall. We know the guys are right on the other side of this, and we can flank them right here. That was cool. Or, oh shit, they're coming through this wall. I'm going to gate this whole thing, and, nothing's getting through.
Yeah, sure.
But I think it was their lack of campaign is what killed them. They didn't have something. You can't. That's not really a game that you can just jump into and play for an hour, or 20 minutes before whatever. The matches that we were playing were 40 minutes long. They were long, and that's awesome. But they don't have that counterbalance where you can jump in and quickly play, or just jump into a campaign and knock a story mission out for 30 minutes or something. Something short. But
I think that's part of it that killed it for that game as well, because some people just aren't into that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when it came to like the tactics and the initial gameplay of the game, yeah, it was a great game. But as for, like you said, they don't really have much of a campaign mode. All they had was that terrorist hunt, and that was pretty much the same thing, only with AI and not other players.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Downfall.
super.
But
downfall.
but what I will say, I'm looking forward to their next title in that line. If they can change it to be more friendly, like that game could be a competitor for Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
But they have to make sure that they give everyone what they're looking for. The guy who wants to play for 10 minutes, the guy who wants to play for 2 hours.
Yep.
So, but you mentioned Wildlands. That's
yes.
one nobody has talked about. And
like barely at all. I mean, they did their reveal trailer, which was amazing.
Very amazing. That's been on our queue for a long time to talk about. And let me see if I can find something here for it. Let me look.
Only thing I've found so far has just been the reveal trailer.
Yep, and that's what I have. So, without further ado, let's check out this. Check out this footage. But yeah, I mean this game looks nuts. What I mean,
death is a saint.
Just
they embrace her, praise her, worship her. They kill thousands without repercussions, trafficking poison across South America, corroding governments. How do you fight an enemy that doesn't fear death? Maybe you hunt them from the clouds.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really awesome. I don't know how they're working with, like, I imagine it's going to be an MMO.
Yeah.
You know, in a way. And like they're showing right now, there's 4 guys walking on a ridge, so I imagine it's going to go the same as the Division's going. The 4-player teams in a map, and you know, it's going to have NPC, it's going to have other controlled players, and I mean this video right here. Right now they're showing that guy that was crawling, and he's sniping on that ridge, and he's looking down at those guys moving the boxes that are obviously NPCs. That's awesome. The first shot comes in, and then people come in on vehicles. That's great. You know, and yeah, and the different styles of environment. You were mentioning that earlier.
Yeah. You got the jungle, you got the desert, and then you got the tundra, or whatever you want to call it, Arctic, up in the mountains. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. And you know, just an open world third person. Technically action MMO is just different enough from the Division to make it successful. Very successful.
Yeah, and you know, Wildlands is going to be on a lot larger scale than what the Division is going to be, and I mean, sure, the Division is open world.
Yeah.
You can go and travel wherever you want in the city, but this is going to be where you can travel anywhere you want.
Without those lock points, you know what I mean? When you have to walk through a doorway to go into a new area. I don't feel like that's going to be too much of a thing for Wildlands.
I don't think so either. I think it's going to be just one massive map.
I believe it's going to be like Just Cause MMO.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Which Just Cause, that game looked super solid. I know you and Sub-Zero played it a bit.
Yep. No wingsuits, but you do have, what'd you say it was called? A squirrel suit?
Yeah, like one of those squirrel suits, the ones that have the thing that connects from like almost the knees all the way to the wrist's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a wingsuit. So
Yeah.
I guess it is going to be a lot like Just Cause 3 then, or Just Cause series.
Yeah, you kind of float like a sugar glider.
Yeah.
Cool. Looks like this trailer is wrapping up. And the visuals for this game being pre-alpha looked great. I noticed in the corner it kept saying pre-alpha, and
Yep.
all of their textures and everything, they look super crisp. They're all you can tell that they're all PBR. They're all real time things. All this is happening in real time.
From the inside.
Oh, that poor son of a bitch.
Monsters wipe each other
He's nailed to the table.
Yeah. Nailed to the table by fucking knives.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it says a massive open world. A lot of vehicles.
And like it seems like the story to this is going to be really good too. About a drug cartel, and your U.S. spec ops, and you're going in, and you're just terrorizing like the whole like Colombia cartel, wreaking havoc on them and trying to break down their alliances and everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the Santa Blanca cartel.
Okay.
And it's based in Bolivia, South America.
Okay.
Yeah, all the vehicles too. Yeah.
There it is. It's zooming out and it's showing all the different things that are going on. Nice. Yeah, that's definitely one to look out for sure.
Yeah, keep an ear out for that one, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to run something on that in the future here. So I don't think it'll be a problem. But cool. I think that we covered all the ground we wanted to cover for today. Did you have anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's it for us. If you guys like the video, go ahead and click below. We always appreciate the like, the follow. Over at pretty much any social media at mammothgames.com, mammothgamesinc.com. Sorry, like facebook.com/mammothgamesinc. Same with Twitch. You can look us up on YouTube the exact same way. But yeah, for Mammoth Games Inc., I'm Nightswarm.
This is Nippz.
That's Nippz. Thanks for hanging out.